Starting lineups for today's game. Lineups will be introduced alternately. This first semifinal game is between the champions of Region 1A, the Lake City Tigers, and the champions of Region 2A, the Janesville Golden Bears. Starting at forward for Lake City, 5'10" sophomore number 44, Janine Municky. At forward for Janesville, 5'6" senior number 21, Tammy Sens. At forward for Lake City, 5'10" sophomore number 52, Lisa Heitman. At forward for Janesville, 5'9" senior number 53, Adair Webush. At center for Lake City, 5'11" junior number 50, Kay Solars. At center for Janesville, 5'10" junior number 45, Julie Witt. At guard for Lake City, 5'6" senior number 20, Amy Schreiber. At guard for Janesville, 5'3" senior number 15, Jenny Hinton. At guard for Lake City, 5'8" senior number 34, Shannon Springer. At guard for Janesville, 5'6" senior number 35, Mona Sarda. Coaching the Tigers, Sean Sweeney. Coaching the Golden Bears, Gene Webush. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to stand and join in singing as the Janesville High School Band, under the direction of David Trapp, leads us in the Star-Spangled Banner.
One thing that we've noted here, Lisa Heitman will be starting in place of the injured Beth Glee for Lake City. Lake City 20-4, coming into this tournament unranked. Janesville, the Golden Bears, 21-2. They're riding a 12-game winning streak. And their coach is Gene Webush. The Lake City coach is Sean Sweeney. In his fourth year, Webush is in his fifth year.
Beth Glee was injured in yesterday's game with a hyperextended knee, which means that the knee bent the wrong way. Hopefully she'll see some playing time today.
Ready to go, Solars jumping against Julie Witt of Janesville, and the tip is controlled by Lake City. Being guarded closely by Hinton. Ball knocked out of bounds. Hinton is all over the floor. I believe she's originally from Korea and came over here at a very early age and says someday wants to go back to Korea and see her parents. But right now, basketball is on her mind. Cutting down the lane, firing it up, no good is Solars. Janesville off to the races. They like to run and gun. Stopping and firing in and out, no good. That was Tammy Sens, the rebound. And watch that young lady, that's Mona Sarda. She was the one lady gang out there who led that charge back to victory. Sarda cans it, and it's 2-0, Janesville.
Well, Mona's off to a good start today. Yesterday, she was certainly the key player in the second half when Janesville came from behind.
Three-quarter court press. They're putting pressure on the ball. They're running the ball handler into a trap and trying to force an error. Just like that. They get it back. They still don't have it in the front court, but it was deflected by the other team. Now Lake City trying to set up a play. Shannon Springer. Playing a person-to-person defense. Man-to-man, one-on-one, whatever you want to call it. That shot is up and good by number 44. She won the game with a last-second shot yesterday. Janine Municky. We're tied up at 2. Driving the baseline, going all the way in is Sarda, and apparently her coach, she was fouled, by the way. I think number 44 got her. Municky.
We're going to watch the replay. There's Mona Sarda dribbling in against Janine Municky. She goes up to take the shot, and she gets fouled from behind.
Sarda had 19 points yesterday, and most of them in the second half, to lead that charge back against Wheaton.
Mona also had a number of steals yesterday that helped to trigger their defense.
Starting lineup: Janesville, Jenny Hinton, Tammy Sins, Mona Sarda, Julie Witt, and Adair Weebush. There's the rebound shot off the missed free throw, and now Lake City going the other way. Janesville with a 1-point lead, firing it up right side, no good. Solars, rebound, Janesville, they gun it out of there. They do not like to let that defense set up. Lake City, good defense, and they move into the front court against the one-on-one. Feed down under by the baseline, firing it up, Solars. Ooh, that's what you call a jump ball. Solars had 13 points yesterday. Municky had 13 points. For Janesville, Hinton had 12. Tammy Sins had 12. Sarda 19. Julie Witt had 8. In the right corner, Heitman. From the free throw line, the shot is short by Shannon Springer. Mona Sarda, you're going to see a lot of that today. That's what she likes to do, and she cans it all the way.
Well, she's dominating early for Janesville here. It'll be interesting to see what Lake City can do to slow her down.
If Pete Rose is Charlie Hustle, I think Mona Sarda is Charlene Hustle. It just has to be. Look at that. Flips it back out, picking it off is Springer. That's Hinton. Goes right around the defensive player, may go all the way, and misses. She heard footsteps, I think, on that one, Judy. Janesville leading 5-2, 4:57 remaining first quarter. Shot in and out and back in again. Janine Municky, that's her spot. She likes that.
She's only a sophomore, but playing exceptionally well in the state tournament.
The officials, John Kozadowski of Wadena and Stav Kanakis of Edina. Shot off the back rim by Tammy Sims. Janesville will get it. On the scoreboard, Janesville is listed as the home team. The guest is Lake City. Janesville out of the Gopher Conference, Lake City from the Hiawatha Conference. Now that's what you call heavy traffic against that zone. Firing it up short is Sims, and the rebound, a loose ball I should say, pulled off by Lake City. The Lake City Lincoln Tigers. They average scoring 51 a game. They give up 41 a game. Janesville averages 77. Here's a shot down under, up and good by Shannon Springer. Janesville averages 77, or rather 61.5 on offense and 33.4 on defense. Here's a pushing foul down under on Adair Weebush, the daughter of Coach Gene Weebush.
We're going to watch the replay. You can see Adair just reaches in, and instead of getting the ball, it gets her arm.
Timeout on the floor with the score, Lake City 6 and Janesville 5.
Hi, thanks very much, Tom. Interesting note about Gene Webush, the Janesville coach. You know, he graduated from Lake City High School in 1956. He was an all-state football player at Lake City his senior year, and they say he was one of the best athletes they ever had there.
Well, they had another fine athlete, Randy Brewer, who graduated a few years ago, and you have to wonder what kind of effect Randy's success has had on the entire Lake City basketball program.
All right, let's go back up to you, Tom.
We are at 6-5. Lake City with a 1-point lead. They're trying to feed underneath, and they do very nicely. And getting it in is Solars. Kay Solars. First 2 points of the ball game, and Lake City leading 8-5. Lake City picking them up at the timeline. And we're going to have a foul from behind, reaching in, Janine Municky, her second foul.
There's an unusual setup that Janesville plays. You see that Sarda starts way out. What Janine Municky tried to anticipate the pass on that one and wasn't successful. Got the foul instead.
Long gun shot by Hinton, batted away. Both these teams came into the tournament unranked, and here they are in the semifinals. 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Lake City leading 8-5. Tom Ryther along with Judy Johnson. Oh, boy, they left her all alone. Suddenly she had no defense around her, and Amy Schriever knew what to do with it. She popped it in. 5-point lead, Lake City, and a jump ball will be called.
For Lake City, number 42, Lisa Christians in the game.
Municky out for Lake City. Coming into the ball game is Lisa Christians. Lake City with a tip. They have a 5-point lead in the ball. 2:40 remaining first quarter.
Coach Sean Sweeney likes to play about 10 players in every game, so we're going to see a lot of substitutes for Lake City.
Over and back is the call made by official John Kozadowski.
Here we're going to see it on the replay. Once you have both the ball and both feet over the center line, whoop, there's the foul you saw as she was trying to cross the center line.
And Hinton with the ball, Janesville. This is a team that came back from the beaten to become a victor yesterday. There's a nice feed down under. Shot is good by Webush.
Nice assist by Mona Sarda on that one.
See, they're putting pressure on the ball now, trying to create a trap. Trying to dribble through a crowd. We have a foul. That is Christians, who just checked into the game. She was fouled. Let's see who picked it up.
On the replay, you can see that Lake City does a nice job breaking the press, has a 3-on-2 situation when Adair Webush had a blocking foul called on her.
That was Heitman who was fouled, by the way. And who got the foul? Webush, her second. Here's a steal, and off to the races, Tammy Sims being guarded by Solars. She cut her off. Lake City moving that zone. Whenever you see a zone, the ball dictates where your position is going to be. And a person-to-person, you play the player. Shot no good by Sarda, and Lake City shoots it out of there right away. Christians at the free throw line, all alone, and banks it up and in is Beth Blee. I think that is Blee. It was Schreiber. She's number 20. Blee is not playing. She was injured yesterday. She's number 30. Schreiber, number 20, just scored that bucket. Jump ball will be called. Lake City leading 12-7. A minute 18 left to go, first quarter.
We've certainly had a fast and furious pace here in the first quarter.
Sims jumping with number 52, Lisa Heitman of Lake City. And the Tigers from Lake City down along the Mississippi River, or Lake Pepin, they have the ball. Batted away nicely, and it's pulled out of there by Julie Witt. Sarda didn't get it. And a foul is going to be called on number 21, Tammy Sims. And that for Tammy, foul number 1.
That was unfortunate because that was such an excellent pass. There's Mona Sarda going in for the layup. A little too hard off the glass, and on the rebound was the foul.
Full court press by Janesville. Didn't bother Lake City that time. The whole left side of the lane was open. Now it closes up, and there's going to be a jump ball. Good defensive play. by Tammy Sins. Tammy will be jumping with Shannon Springer. Sins 5'6", Springer 5'8". Lake City trying to get an opening along that baseline. They do not get it. The ball knocked out of bounds, and they'll inbound. Official Stav Kanakis from Edina hands her the ball. Lake City setting it up. Out of the left corner, the shot no good. Now the follow-up shot is no good by Heitman. And Janesville quickly into the front court. That's Hinton, and she is fouled. 29 seconds left to go, first quarter.
Jenny Hinton certainly not afraid to drive the lane. Watch her now. She's right at the top of the key. She goes in. There's 4 players right in there. She looked like she was determined to get that shot off.
Christians drew the foul. Or was that Heitman? It's Heitman, okay. Her first foul. That makes it 12-8 now. Lake City leading by 4. There's a foul out near the timeline, a coach's nightmare.
Well, one of the things that you sacrifice a little bit when you press, you're going to be giving up a few more fouls than you normally would.
Tammy Sims drew the foul, her second. Coming in for Lake City is number 54. They're doing a lot of substituting. That's Deb Steffenhagen, 5'8" sophomore frontliner. She came in for Munich. Double dribble.
This is a nice steal here by Jenny Hinton, and you see that she starts dribbling it down. Oh, didn't quite catch the end of it. That's the Lake City bench there, Coach Sean Sweeney.
Only one hand at a time on the ball. 12-8 to score. Almost a jump ball, Lake City. Down the lane, firing up about a 12-footer. It's no good by Christians, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll go to Janesville.
Attention, please. Gary Schnobring from North.
Lake City leading 12-8. We have 5 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Gary Schnobring.
Sarda. Very quickly, will they get it off? They got a shot off. It doesn't go. That was Adair Wiebusch, and that is the end of the first quarter. With the score, Lake City 12 and Janesville 8. Let's go down to the floor.
All right, thanks very much, Tom. Some consolation scores from this morning in Class AA. Chaska over Durham Hall, 58-51. And Duluth East beat Washburn 49-47, so that officially ends the career of Leah Frazier at Washburn. She'll be heading to Alabama Birmingham to play college ball.
Class A play today, Randy. Eden Valley Watkins got 41 points from Janice Streep. Defeated Waubun 71-25. Streep is just 33 points away from a new tournament record. The record's held by Kelly Skalicki at 102.
All right, let's go back up to you, Tom.
That shot by Hinton was no good. Lake City with the ball, and Sarda almost with a steal. Can't hold on to it. It's out of bounds. Lake City gets it back. Lake City leading 12-8. 7:42 remaining in the first half. We've just opened up play in the second quarter. Pretty good athletic ability by Shannon Springer to save that inbound pass. There's a shot being forced up by Janine Munich. She was called for traveling.
Here we see on the replay, she pulls up and just takes a little step back because of the good defensive play there.
Jenny Hinton averages about 10 a game, firing it up and missing Tammy Sins. And the ball is tipped away. Look out, Hinton comes away with it. She just reached in and plucked it right out of there. Lake City leading by 4. They're in the white uniforms, Janesville in yellow. If that goes, it will not count. Traveling is called. Long lead pass. Inbounds with it now, Janine Munich. Bounce pass in the corner. The shot is In and out, fired up there by Lisa Heitman, and scramble for the ball, and coming out of it, the pack is Sarda. She is going to be called for a double dribble, palming the ball.
Mona did a nice job bringing the ball down, but got caught with the ball hitting her thigh when she was trying to dribble.
Coming into the front court, Schreiber. Stopping and firing up about a 12-footer, no good. Shannon Springer, the follow-up is up and good by Kay Solars. Solars now with 4 points, and Lake City leading 14-8. 6:25 remaining in the first half. That's Sarda. She will go around anybody or anything. She smells that basket, and we're going to have a jump ball. It will be number 50, Solars, for Lake City, jumping with number 53, Adair Wiebusch of Janesville. Number 10, Jill Weber, a 5'8 junior, checking in for Lake City. Judy, did you see who she came in for? I kind of missed that. We'll try to pick it out. I think it was Shannon Springer. Hinton out there bothering the ball carrier. Driving is Sarda, and got it. Lake City leading 14-10, 5:55 remaining. First half. In the front court. Good defensive play. Let me tell you, a fine defensive play by Julie Witt. That would have been a bucket, I believe, had that pass gotten over her head, but she cut it off. Timeout on the floor with a score. Lake City 14 and Janesville 10. Go down to Jeff Passold.
All right, Tom, kind of an interesting note about one of the officials in today's ball game, Stav Kanakis, the head football coach at Edina High School. There he is right there. He's enjoyed some outstanding years with the Edina Hornets. Also a very fine high school athlete in the late 40s at Southwest High School in Minneapolis. Let's go back up to you, Tom.
Lake City getting set to inbound. They've led by an average of about 4 points. They just cannot pull away from Janesville. Janesville will not let that happen. Traveling's going to be called. Janesville will get it back. Mona Sarda looked like she might have taken a pop in the nose there. She's holding on.
Well, when she's everywhere on the court, I guess it's not surprising.
She truly is, Judy. She is everywhere. And it was that kind of play that led her team back from what looked to be certain defeat yesterday. And here they are playing in the semifinals. Janesville, they've won 12 straight games.
Again, it's interesting to see how they play Mona Sarda. She's 35. She likes the left side, and she'll pull way out, check out the defense, and then she'll come in.
No opening for Adair Wiebusch, so she puts it back out to Tammy Sims, who goes over to Hinton now. Hinton and Sims, they're playmakers. No room in there for Witt. Firing it up, no good. Hinton, and the rebound is pulled out of there by Lake City's number 44, Janine Muniche. Janine hit the winning basket at the buzzer yesterday to give Lake City a 50-49 win over Benson. Lake City will inbound along the sideline. Firing it up. No good. Muniche. Muniche likes that side along the baseline there. Anywhere in that area, she'll fire it up. Here's a foul going to be called on Janesville's Julie Witt, her first.
We're going to watch here the shot from the baseline, and as they're going up for the rebound, you can see Lisa Heitman getting the rebound, trying to go up for the shot and getting the foul. She'll have 2 shots.
Firing it up is Heitman. Good. She was fouled in the act of shooting, so she would have gotten 2 anyway. It is now 15-10, Lake City. The birthplace of water skiing back in the 1930s. Gentleman down there was skiing on barrel staves and being towed by an airplane. That's Tammy Sims. Boy, you talk about a quick release. She got rid of that shot. Looked like Joe Namath unloading a pass.
Tammy's one of their leading scorers. She got 12 yesterday, which is her average.
Here's a pushing foul. It's going to be called on Sarda, and that is number 1 on her.
We're going to watch Mona here. Watch her come around on the left side. Doesn't quite get all ball. She got the player, too. That's her first foul.
First foul, as we said, at the free throw line is number 34, Shannon Springer, on the 1-and-1 in the bonus. That's Sarda, 2-on-1 fast break. Hinton on the left side. Hinton stops, fires it up, no good. Got rid of it a little bit too quickly, but the defense was all over. And here now is another foul called on Mona Sarda, and that'll be her second. They do not want that, Judy.
No, that's for sure. We've got 4 minutes left in the second quarter, and that's another quick foul on Mona. That's 2 for her. She's got to get a little bit more under control now. Not feel that she has to do everything. Let her teammates get into the game, too.
Has to hurt. She'd gone a quarter and a half without any fouls, and within a span of about a minute, she's picked up 2.
Well, I'm sure she and her coach are thinking about that.
At the free throw line, that is Solars missing, and the rebound by Janesville. Lake City leading 15-10, 3:58 remaining in the first half. Sens having a little trouble holding on. Jenny Hinton, native Korean as we understand it. Sens almost lost it. Hinton against that one-on-one defense.
Lake City opened up in the first quarter with the zone, and now they've gone person to person, which seems to be more effective against Janesville.
That was Sarda on the jump shot, and now we have a foul called on the rebound. It's on Janesville. I think number 45, Julie Witt, her second.
We're going to watch the replay. Here you see Mona going up with the shot, missing a shot as it goes off the rim. Julie does not have position. She grabs her on there. It looked like an accidental one, kind of an excuse me foul.
Kay Solars, who averages 8 points a game. She had 13 yesterday, is at the free throw line. Going out of the ball game is Municky for Lake City. Rebound off the free throw is tied up. Jump ball. And timeout on the floor with a score. Lake City 15 and Janesville 10. 5, and that's been pretty much the story. They've led between Judy 4 and 6 points almost all the way.
It hasn't been the highest percentage shooting game, so the game has stayed very, very close. Both teams have gotten a lot of shots off, and they're just not falling this afternoon.
Our second game today, 2 unbeaten teams, Henderson and Chisholm, both 24 wins and no losses. And tonight at 7 o'clock, 2 AA games. Janesville off to the races on the tip, Tammy Sins. Jenny Hinton now with the ball. Janesville staying close. Julie Witt in a turnaround. Rebound is pulled out of there nicely by Lake City. Heitman. We're nearing the 3-minute mark in the first half. And they say the ball is knocked out of bounds by Janesville. I guess number 51, Laurie Wolf, who just came in, knocked it out. We're under 3 minutes in the first half, 15-10. Boy, that's a nifty-looking shot. Number 34, Shannon Springer. Great body control, flying through the air, banked it up and in. A 7-point lead for Lake City.
Coach Gene Wiebusch of Janesville is giving his star Mona Sarda a break here.
That shot no good by Kenda Hinsey, who just checked in. Inbounding will be Jenny Hinton. Tammy Sins hits the back rim. It rolls off in a jump ball. We have 3 players hanging on to it. One of them is Mona Sarda of Janesville. Let's see who they picked for Lake City. Could be, I think it's Kay Solars. It is, number 50. Tip, Lake City. They lead it by 7 and they have the ball. Out on top, Schreiber. Still dribbling. Ball knocked away. Hinton from behind, and they're going to call Jenny with a foul. Jenny Hinton, her first foul.
On the replay, we can see 21 Amy Schreiber dribbling down and Jenny Hinton reaching in to get the foul. Janesville right now picking up quite a few fouls, but Lake City hasn't been able to capitalize it to a great extent.
Schreiber averages only about 4 points a game, hits the free throw, and Lake City leads 18-10. We have 2:17 remaining in the first half. See, checking out for Lake City is number 22, Judy Detmer. That next free throw is good, and it's now 19-10. Feeding it at high post to Julie Witt. Sarda. Boy, that's a good-looking shot. Let me tell you. Oh, that was a beauty.
Pretty shot on the baseline.
Sarda with 9 points. Lake City with a 7-point lead. We're under 2 minutes in the first half. Lake City playing deliberate basketball, trying to set it up. Traveling is going to be called on Lake City.
Nice defensive job by Jenny Hinton on that.
Into the front court. Number 25, Hinsey. No basket. Traveling.
That's too bad. Janesville could have used that. Whenever there's a violation called and the ball goes in, they'll always have to take it out on the side to indicate that the basket was not good.
A minute 34 remaining in the half. That's Springer. Over to Heitman. Heitman looking down a low post for Solars. 3-second violation, no basket. They're calling the fundamentals.
Tom, you take a look at that Janesville bench. One of the luxuries a coach has when he has the lead is he can use the bench a little bit more. Lake City has done that. They've used 10 players so far in this afternoon's game, and Janesville has used just 6. So you wonder if that's going to have any effect later on in the afternoon.
Jenny Hinton knew what to do with it from the free throw line. She popped it in, and it's now 19-14, a 5-point Lake City lead. We have a minute left in the first half. Tell you, this tournament does take a lot of physical and emotional energy out of you, and Lake City, as Jeff mentioned, does have the luxury of substituting.
Going back to Jeff's point, Sean Sweeney, the Lake City coach, said that he has specialists. He has the long bomb specialist, the defensive specialist, and he's not afraid to put them in the game.
Detmer comes in for Lake City. Now they're going to make another substitution. They're running them in and out. Here is a foul going to be called.
That's the third one on Mona Sarda.
Sarda, is it on her?
We're going to watch the replay on this. You see she's driving in, and Mona doesn't quite get good position, picks up the foul.
She got it, and she is in trouble, and they don't need that. She has to go out of the ball game.
Also number 35, Mona Sarda, their personal foul.
Free throw is up and good by Lisa Heitman, and it's 19-14 Lake City.
One of the big fears when you have such an aggressive player as Mona Sarda is that she might pick up more fouls than other players.
Now they're changing it. I'm sorry, Judy. The scoreboard was late in changing it. What you saw on the screen was right. It is 20-14. The free throw is no good on the second try. There you see a dejected Mona Sarda with her coach, Gene Wiebusch. Janesville did not need her to get into foul trouble. Lake City with 34 seconds left to go in the half and a 6-point lead. There's a steal. That's number 25, Hinsey. She looks a little bit like Mona Sarda. But Mona is on the bench. Coming in to replace Mona was Patty Preo, 5'4" senior. Janesville working the ball around. We're down now to 7 seconds. Tammy Sims tries to drive the lane, and a foul on Lake City. Reaching in, number 52. Those Lake City numbers are hard to see from up here. Lisa Heitman. her second foul.
Fouls on number 52, Lisa.
5 seconds left to go in the half. We'll see if they can get a good shot off here.
Number 40, Janet
A
Carter.
substitution for Lake City, one of about 8 dozen that they've put in here. That's Janet Yoder coming in. Trying to feed underneath for Laurie Wolf. They couldn't quite get it to her, and we have about a half second left. Can they get it off? The clock starts as soon as the inbound player touches it. They did get it off. In and out, no good. That was Sens who got the shot off. And that is the end of the first half with this score. Lake City 20 and Janesville 14. Up against a team that right now is playing some pretty good basketball, but the bottom line is, even though Janesville did not shoot that well, they're only trailing by 6 points, so we still have a ball game.
Oh, sure.
All right, the tip is controlled by Lake City. They're moving to our left. They're in the white. Janesville in yellow. Sarda back into the ball game for Janesville. That's Springer working against Sarda. In and out. Solars gets it and fires it up and in. Kay Solars. And there you see the score, an 8-point lead by Lake City. I always have a hard time distinguishing Lake City, Lakeville, and for some reason Little Falls. I don't know why, but that's Lake City with the ball right now. We've just opened up second half. That's Hinton knocking the ball away. Pulled out of there by Amy Schreiber. Look at that, they almost get it again. Sarda, even though she has 3 fouls, is still scrambling, and traveling is going to be called. Sarda is still play. She only knows one way to play, Judy, aggressively.
Oh, that's what it looks like right now. But again, she has to be careful. She's got 3 fouls, which is really not a serious situation until she picks up that 4th one.
The one thing she has to watch, the reaching in kind of foul. The excuse me foul. There's a pass, almost an errant pass, but retrieved there. Jenny Hinton now with a 22-footer. Jump ball.
One thing that would really help Janesville at this point is if a couple of the other players could pick up some of the offensive slack and make some of those. What a cute little fan there.
How about that? He says, I like this game and I like the ice cream. What a day. I mean, how can you beat that? Good basketball and eating ice cream. Driving all the way, trying to shovel it up is Amy Schreiber, and she is fouled by Hinton, number 2 on her. This must be a refreshment hour here at the Met.
I think our cameramen are a little hungry. What do you think?
We have a great crew, a very experienced crew. They've done a lot of basketball, hockey, and baseball over the years. It's an honor working with these people. Here's a shot out of the right side, no good. That was Schreiber. The next shot is no good by Municky. She loves that left side, Municky. Loves about that 12-footer from the left side. Anywhere from the baseline on out to about 15, 20 feet. That's Tammy Sims. Bang. Boy, she popped that one in there.
That's what they need.
22-16. Lake City leading by 6. Janesville with a tough full court press now, and will they get it in the front court? They do. All alone, Solars pops it in, and that's the one time that a full court press can hurt you. If you get it, you break the press and get behind it.
Well, I think one problem on that, too, is Mona Sarda was the player that was back, and she didn't want to go over there and challenge her and possibly pick up that 4th foul.
Sarda forced that shot. Lake City going the other way with it now. And it is off the foot of number 34, Shannon Springer. Janesville will go the other way. 24-16, Lake City leading. 5:34 remaining third quarter. Our second game today will pit Henderson and Chisholm. 24-0, both teams with identical unbeaten records. Hinton, Sarda, Tammy Sims. Sarda, jump ball, good defensive play by Lake City.
Janesville having a lot of trouble getting the ball inside. It's basically been an outside game. We're going to watch this again. That's Jenny Hinton passing over to Mona Sarda, and as she's going up, jump ball.
She'll jump with Shannon Springer. And Lake City has it. And an 8-point lead. 5 minutes left to go, third quarter. Trying to feed it into a crowd, and it'll be a jump ball. Tonight, in AA at 7 o'clock, it'll be Rochester John Marshall 23-0 against Albany 21-2, followed by Spring Lake Park, the Giant Killers. They're 19-4, and Edina 18-4.
Got an injured player down on the floor. Looks like Kay Solars. They certainly can't afford to lose another player after losing Beth Blee.
Solars, one of their key players in that front line, and she has a knee problem, and I tell you, get the knees bothering you.
We're going to watch this again to see how it happened. Pass from the outside. You can see that Mona Sarda right there collided with Kay Solars, and they both went down hard.
Judy Solars is really limping badly. She has been really hurt, I'm afraid.
That's the University of Minnesota trainer that they have here at the game.
Jumping will be number 53, Adair Webush, with Amy Schreiber of Lake City. (24-16), Lake City leading, 4:53 remaining, third quarter. That's Sarda. And she's got to watch an offensive foul like that right there. They call traveling. She got a break on that, Judy.
She was lucky.
She better be happy with that call.
Boy, and it was a good thing the traveling happened first, because that blocking or charging foul is very difficult to call.
Tell you, it was a good call by the official, John Kozadowski, because the defensive player was not set either, sort of jumped into her path. Moving it around against that zone, firing it up and in, right side. A good-looking shot there by Lake City's Lisa Christians. There you see the score. 10-point lead now, Lake City, their biggest lead. Sims, she likes that quick shot from the free throw line, and the rebound is pulled out of there by Heitman. That's Shannon Springer working against Sarda. Out on top, Schreiber. Munike trying to hit the Heitman, and it's pulled out of there, and off to the races is Tammy Sims. And she took it right out of bounds. Timeout on the floor with a score, Lake City 26, Janesville 16. Lake City, 3:41 remaining, third quarter. The winner will go into the championship game here in the A division, where they'll meet the winner of the Henderson-Chisholm game, and that one follows this contest. There you see Lake City coach Sean Sweeney. What a name. I hope he had a good St. Patrick's Day. Well, he did. His team won. Lake City with the ball. Springer. Amy Schreiber now. Back to Springer. A little bit short. Rebound. Springer got it. And now Lake City pulling away to a 12-point lead. Keep in mind, though, Janesville was down by 16 points yesterday and came back to win their quarterfinal game. That's Sarda. Bang.
It was right about at this time yesterday that they had their big comeback when they were down so far.
Steal by Sarda, and the press worked that time, but Lake City has it back. Good fake. Munike got it up and in. Janine Munike with a little head fake, and that cashed in for 2 points. 30-18, Lake City. 2:44 remaining, third quarter. Hinton, ball almost picked off. Sarda. They're looking at Sarda. As soon as she gets the ball, she has two players on her immediately. Deflected pass, trying to force it through. Lake City Springer. Shot up by Heitman is a little bit long, and Lake City will get it back.
One thing that has impressed me about Lake City is they're a very poised team. They're under control at all times, offense and defense. Even though they occasionally get a couple turnovers with that aggressive press by Janesville, they're still under control.
Jump ball. Tammy Sins will jump for Janesville against Lisa Heitman. Timeout is called. Lake City leading by a score of 30-18, and they have owned this third quarter so far as they have jumped off to a 12-point lead. Let's go down to the floor now to Randy Shaver and Jeff Passold.
All right, thanks very much, Tom. You know, I think one of the keys here in the third quarter is going to be Janesville trying to get something offensively going besides Monosarda. They seem to be depending too much on her, and it's hurting them. They're down by 12 right now.
No doubt about that, Randy. Also, Lake City, as Judy Johnson said, showing a lot of poise, but you know, they've got a couple of sophomores in their lineup right now, and it's surprising that they're as poised as they are. Janine Municky doing an outstanding job, as well as Lisa Heitman. Both of them only sophomores. So Lake City, a young team, but a very poised team.
Lake City is a very strong rebounding team, and I think that is also one of the keys to the third quarter and their surge right now. They are getting off the boards and really controlling inside.
No doubt about it. If they keep it up, Janesville's going to have a tough time getting back into this one. But like Tom said, Janesville was down by a lot of points yesterday. They came back and won it, so you never know what can happen.
Janesville, a second half team. Let's go back up to you, Tom.
I happen to notice that they're working feverishly on Kay Solars, and they have taped up her right ankle, so it's her ankle.
Yes, University of Minnesota trainer Dusty Ripplemeyer has her taped up, but I'm sure Coach Sweeney's not going to put her in unless the game gets close.
Lake City with a tip. Schriever fires it over to Springer. Springer loves that angle. Either side, left or right, about 12 feet away. She is deadly, and it's 32-18 Lake City. Sarda down the lane, and a foul is going to be called on Lake City. It is on number 42.
On the replay, we see Mona Sarda dribbling down the lane, pulling up to take the jump shot, and getting fouled.
Christian's got the foul, her first. See what Mona has done so far from the... She misses on that free throw. She has 11 points. She's 1 out of 3 from the free throw line. Make it 2 out of 4. 32-19, Lake City. A minute 54 remaining. Look at this, all alone. Springer up and in. Now, what did they do there, Judy? They just got completely behind the defense.
That was a fast break off of a made basket that a lot of teams have set up in advance.
It's like finding a receiver in football with nobody within 15 yards. That shot good by Tammy Sins. She has 4 points. It's 34-21. Lake City leading by 13. We're at the 1:30 mark. They're trying that same deep pass. This one didn't work. Sarda saved it. And they're going to call traveling on Jenny Hinton. She was being guarded very closely by Lisa Heitman. Coming into the ball game for Lake City is number 50, Kay Solars, with that bad ankle. And going out is Lisa Christian. Shot Springer, no good. Municky comes off with it. Springer tries to go the baseline, and a fine defensive play by Tammy Sins. Jump ball.
She reached in there to get a hand on the ball to force the jump ball. We're going to watch again, see her dribbling around. Tammy does a nice job right on the ball. No foul.
Here's the tip. Municky. Springer, they're leaving her alone. And a jump ball will be called. If you can, try to notice how Solars is moving around. Well, I'll tell you that a knee is not is worse than an ankle, but an ankle can really be troublesome.
It can be very painful. That was a violation on the jump ball. Once you've established yourself on the circle. You cannot move when the referee steps in to administer the jump.
Illegal changing of positions. Sarda. And there you have a jump ball. You have 3 players going to the floor, 2 Janesville players and Kay Solars in that bad ankle. She will be jumping with number 53, Adair Webush. Solars 2 inches taller than Webush. That'll be a tough one to call. They say they'll go the other way. It'll be Lake City, 53 seconds remaining. Third quarter, 34-21, Lake City leading. Good defensive play, cutting inside there and grabbing it off is Janesville. Loose ball picked off by Lake City. That steal was by Julie Witt, by the way. Look at, they have it back. Sarda, no, didn't get it. Sarda will not give up. She almost gets it again. That's Witt battling for it. Springer now has it for Lake City. It's getting wild and woolly down there. 20 seconds left, third quarter.
Another steal.
Sarda from Sens. Yes, she got it. And they're coming back. They trail by 11. 10 seconds left, third quarter. A little mindful of yesterday. Solars was all alone, but Heitman didn't see her. They did not get the shot off, and that is the end of the third quarter with a score. Lake City 34 and Janesville 23. Regulation time, and Lake City leading Janesville 34-23. Somehow, based on what we saw yesterday, we cannot count Janesville out.
This is about the time of the game that we will see Janesville's swarm defense. Whoever has the ball, they're going to have 1 or 2 players on that person all the time, just making Lake City think that they're never going to get the ball down the court without some problems.
There you had a shot of Janesville coach Gene Webush. They're on a 12-game winning streak. And the fourth quarter is underway, and Lake City's Amy Schreiber has it, gets it into Shannon Springer. Shannon's been dealing the hot hand in the third quarter. At the free throw line, the shot up and good by Amy Schreiber. Amy with 8 points. 13-point Lake City lead. Down under. Shot no good by Adair Webush. Hinton with an 18-footer, and she got it. You just can't count this team out, I'll tell you. 36-25, Lake City. Sarda. She may go all the way, and does. And look at this. They trail now by 9. Sarda with 16 points. She had 19
timeout
yesterday, and a timeout on the floor with the score. Lake City 36, Janesville 27.
That last play again, there's Kay Solars passing it off. You see Mona Sarda getting the steal, dribbling down the court, and she'll go in for a nice left-hand layup. Coach Sweeney was not very happy for the Lake City team. He thought there should have been a foul called. Shannon Springer went down to the floor. Looked like she had gotten hit in the face. You can see he's still a little uptight.
I don't think I'd want to stand in between Mona Sarda and the basket. She really is fired up. 36-27, Lake City with the ball, and Hinton, wow, she's getting hot now, and would you believe it? 36-29 is the score. Lake City, their lead is dwindling. Springer into the front court. Springer has been the big gun for Lake City. There she is driving. She's got that hot hand. The rebound by Julie Witt of Janesville. And a reaching in foul is going to be called on Lake City.
That was a key rebound.
It's on Solars.
We're going to watch the replay here. As Springer goes up with the shot, you can see that she, it's not the, there, that's when the foul happened, when she was reaching through to pass the ball out. Good
Sarda.
offensive move.
races into the front court. First foul on Solars. Hinton, this one a little bit short, and it's pulled out of there by Shannon Springer. 7-point lead, Lake City. We are nearing the 6-minute mark left in regulation time. Municky almost got away from Schreiber. That's Solars. Lake City content to take their time, be deliberate on setting it up.
They want to wait for the good shot at this point.
They have the luxury of a 7-point lead. Shot up and good. I tell you, she has been deadly. Shannon Springer with 12 points.
The two guards, both Shannon Springer and Amy Schreiber, have really held them in the game here the second half.
Sarda off balance. A foul is going to be called on Julie Witt of Lake City, her third. Of Janesville, rather. Julie Witt of Janesville.
Here we're going to see that's Mona going up for the shot, and Julie Witt pushed just before the shot to get position underneath.
Ball deflected, and that's going to be a jump ball. 38-29, Lake City leading. We have 5:19 remaining. Jumping for Lake City is Lisa Heitman. Looks like she's going to be jumping with Tammy Sins of Janesville. Checking out of the lineup is Adair Wiebush for Janesville. Lake City with a tip. They are content to just wait for the good shot, and Tammy Sins is called for a foul. That for Tammy is number 3.
Also number 21, Tammy Sims, third personal, third team foul. And the line for Lake City, number 52, Lisa Heitman shooting.
Lisa Heitman to the line.
Amazingly, we're halfway through the fourth quarter, and Janesville has been called for only 3 fouls, Lake City for only 2.
Big free throw and a 10-point Lake City lead. They have successfully, to this point, thwarted the attacking Janesville Golden Bears. Another jump ball will be called on the rebound.
I think it goes back to what we mentioned before, the poise of the Lake City players today.
Laurie Wolf jumping against Kay Solars of Lake City.
Tom, there you get a look at the coach from Lake City, Sean Sweeney. Only moments ago, the coat was on, the tie was done very neatly. Now the coat is off, the tie is undone. He's a little concerned.
No time to be calm in a game like this when you're trying to get into the finals. Fast break, Sarda. The outlet pass came from Hinton, and it was good. That play was made by Jenny Hinton, and Sarda with 18 points. And we're going to have a foul near the timeline. That may have saved a basket. It's on Jenny Hinton, her third.
Fouls on number 15, Jenny Hinton, third personal, fourth team foul on Janesville.
39-31, 8-point lead for Lake City. We're down to 4:44 in the game. Heitman. Ball knocked away by Tammy Sins, saved from going into the back court by Schreiber. And we have a foul.
On Tammy Sins.
Fourth foul on Tammy Sins.
We're going to watch the replay on this. We see going out, and Tammy just really, it was an obvious foul, as you would say.
No doubt about it. 39-31, Lake City leading by 8. And Schreiber hits number 1, makes it 40-31.
Lake City doing a much better job at the free throw line than they did in the first half.
Next one, good again. That's what you call some pressure free throw shooting. 10-point lead, Lake City. Janesville desperately trying to get back into it, and that will be a double dribble.
Oh,
good
that
call
one hurt.
by the official.
It's a good call, but that one hurt.
(41-31) Lake City. They have the lead and the ball. We are nearing the 4-minute mark. Ball almost got away, touching it last. Mona Sarda. It'll be inbounded by Lake City.
Still a lot of time left. There's 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
There's
Five
Janesville coach
baskets.
Gene Webush.
Gene Webush at this point has to be a little concerned, Tom. 4 of his 5 starters have 3 fouls.
Springer with a shovel shot. Coming up a little bit short. Lake City gets it back. 4:03 remaining in regulation time. Kay Solars, Municky, Sarda. She finally gets it. Relentless going after the ball. Sims trying to bounce past it, but in so doing, double dribble. Palming the ball. The idea was there. The hands just wouldn't coordinate with the brain on that one. 41-31. Lake City. We're under 4 minutes. Springer will be called for traveling. Janesville's 12-game winning streak on the line. Timeout on the floor with the score. Lake City 41 and Janesville 31. It's 41-31 Lake City, Judy, and time running out on Janesville.
Time's running out. They haven't been able to crack that 8-point barrier that Lake City has put up. There you see Coach George Webush trying to enlighten his troops how they're going to get back in the game.
Look at Coach Sweeney has a good point. Jeff Passel brought out there. His neatness gone by the boards. His coat's laying on the floor. His tie is undone.
Both coaches look like they've been playing the game instead of watching the game.
Sarda. She led the drive back yesterday. Can she do it today? They keep looking for Sarda. Almost an errant pass, but Witt saves it. Hinton with a 21-footer. Yes! Oh, wow. She has 9. 41-33 Lake City. 3:15 remaining. Springer against that press. And guess who has a hold of part of the ball? Mona Sarda.
Mona did a nice job that time anticipating the pass down the floor.
Mona's not that big. She's only 5'6". She'll be jumping against Kay Solars, who's 5'11". But Kay has a bad ankle, but easily controls the tip. Traveling. Janesville gets it back. They're not out of it yet. They trail 41-33. We have 2:59 remaining in regulation. Sarda. Hinton, who has been finding the range from way out court. Julie Witt had a notion. Sims, ball almost got away. Sarda. Hinton. Tammy Sims back to Hinton. Sarda, they're eating up lots of time. Set shot. No good. Rebound, Lake City Springer. Springer has really been their gun in this second half. On the boards and offensively.
He's done a nice job for them.
Shot up by Heitman is no good. Rebound, Heitman. And she is fouled, I think, by Julie Witt. 4th foul on Julie Witt.
We're going to watch the replay on this. Going up for the shot, you can see that Julie catches her on the left arm.
Shooting 2, Lisa Heitman. She had 8 points yesterday. She hit 76% from the free throw line. From the line today, she's looks like she's about 4 out of 6.
Lisa's played very well the last 2 days, and she's not listed as one of the Lake City starters.
Make it 5 out of 7, a 10-point lead. Lake City, they keep shoving them back. Janesville tries to cut in, but Lake City will not let it happen. Tammy Sens, desperation shot down under. Being fouled on a shot attempt is Laurie Wolf, a 5'10" sophomore, and the foul is on Municky, her third.
On the replay, you can see she's got nice position to get that weak side rebound. She goes up and gets fouled from behind.
Fouls on number 44, Janine Municky, third personal, third team foul.
43-33, Lake City by 10 with 1:55 left in regulation, and the free throw is good
Shooting 2.
by Laurie Wolf. Her first point of the game. Good pressure free throw shooting, and there you see the score. We are at 1:50 remaining, 1-5-0. 43-35 Lake City. And here's an offensive foul on Shannon Springer. Not over yet.
No, it's not. That was a real important call for Janesville. Here you see Jenny Hinton had position there, and Shannon Springer going over to get the charging foul, or offensive foul.
She's been watching Dino Cicerelli of the North Stars. Being able to pick up those penalties. Hinton, boy, that was a buzz bomber from way out court. Out of bounds, and Lake City gets it back. We're down to 1:31 remaining. Shannon Springer working against the press. Lake City cool and calm. They have not hit the panic button. Solars, they're eating up the clock. Lisa Heitman, no good. Rebound by Wolf, Laurie Wolf. 1 minute left. Hinton to Sarda, no good. Good defense on that play by Lake City, and the rebound, tied up jump ball. Shannon Springer will jump for Lake City with Tammy Sens of Janesville. And a timeout is called. 53 seconds remaining in regulation. 43-35 Lake City, and I think Lake City's non-panic ability really has meant the difference. They just refuse to fold under the pressure.
It has, because Janesville has had such a tenacious defense all day, just coming at you and at you and at you. And it's a real credit to the Lake City team that they have been able to keep their cool. Yes, they've had a few turnovers, but overall they've done an excellent job bringing the ball down the floor and taking their time setting up on offense when they did not have the break. I think we're going to see now in the last minute here Coach Wiebusch telling his players that, you know, we need the ball, and looking to see which Lake City players are not their finest free throw shooters, and getting them up to the line in hopes of turning the ball over.
There you see Coach Gene Wiebusch in his 5th year at Janesville. As I said, their 12-game winning streak on the line. Tammy Sens, Janesville will jump with Shannon Springer. Sens is 5'6", Springer is 5'8". Lake City really excellent at getting those jump balls. Municky. Lake City eating up the clock. We're down now to 40 seconds. Springer cutting in down under, almost got it. Julie Witt, we have a foul called. It's going to be on Lake City's Kay Solars. Her second. Solars has played rather well on that bad ankle, Judy.
She has. Let's hope it's not too serious.
To the line, Julie Witt. Averaging 8 a game. Her forte is rebounding. She had 205 rebounds during the regular season. No good. And a foul is called on Lisa Wolf, but they had to do that.
Yes, I think, though, they might be giving her 2 shots on that. It looked like what's called an intentional foul.
Fouls on number 51.
replay here. She goes over to get the rebound, and that's just kind of a wrap job foul.
Oh, wow. No doubt about it.
Looked like she wanted to hug her.
Munich. And we're down to 30 seconds left. We have a foul is called on Kay Solars. Her third. She's picked up a couple of quick ones.
Fouls on number 50, Kay Solars. That's her third personal foul.
That's one thing that Lake City does not want to do at this point is put the other team up to the line.
Laurie Wolf to the line for Janesville. 43-35, 8-point lead. Make it a 7-point lead. We have 30 seconds remaining. Somehow you don't want to count Janesville out until the final buzzer, I'll tell you.
I'll wait for the horn.
Good position on the board. Ball almost stolen by Wolf. She's done a good job coming off the bench. 27 seconds left. 7-point and a steal. Sarda. Julie Witt can't get it. And that's what you call drawing a crowd. Wow, it's getting rough down there.
It's game. Well, that's what Janesville has to do now. They have to force Lake City to go up to the free throw line so they can get the ball back again. And here again, you can see there's Julie Witt going up to take the shot. Rebound comes off, and it comes off to Lake City. And there again, we see the wrap foul. You have to draw the officials' attention on those.
Second foul on Laurie Wolf, and a jump ball. We're down to 16 seconds. And I think now the only thing to be determined is the final score. But boy, you just have to say plenty of great things about Janesville. They have been absolutely superb in trying to come back. They've been down most of the way, but you just cannot count them out until the final gun. But I'm afraid time's running out on them. There's Sarda. Look at that. They're not giving up. 43-38. 2 seconds left. Sarda with 20 points. Lake City will advance into the final game, and that'll be at 3 o'clock tomorrow here at the Met Sports Center, and they'll play the winner of the Henderson-Chisholm game, and they will play right after this. They are both 24-0.
That's hard to believe that two teams like that can go through a whole season without a defeat. And as we saw last night, they're two excellent teams.
Our games tonight in AA. Rochester John Marshall 23-0 against Albany 21-2. Followed by Spring Lake Park 19-4 and Edina 18-4. I think we have two great ball games lined up there for sure in AA. There you see the Golden Bear of Janesville. Down but not out, undaunted. Two seconds remaining. 5-point lead for Lake City. Hopefully we'll be able to get some interviews following the game. Foul from behind on Jenny Hinton, fouling Shannon Springer. I tell you, even with 2 seconds left, Judy, they're not giving up.
No, and all of the Lake City fans down here have been standing for the last 2 minutes, honoring their team, and what a nice game they've played.
They want the umbrella prevent defense.
Well, you know, with 1 second to go and they're up by 5, Coach Sweeney is still thinking maybe they could do something.
They put up a picket fence on defense, so they're taking no chances at all. Free throw is good by Springer.
There they are. They got 4 players standing in the back court. Make sure that Janesville's not going to go down and score a basket.
Umbrella prevent defense. Next one no good, and that'll about do it, and that is the end of the ball game here. And I tell you, you got to give Janesville plenty of credit because they just battled right down to the closing gun, but time finally ran out on them. But they're going to wind up playing in the third place game at 1:05 tomorrow here at the Met Sports Center. And there you see the final score. And the congratulations, the shaking of the hands, the good sportsmanship, all part of the great state tournament scene. Judy, this tournament has come a long way, and the caliber of play, the support of the fans. We had over 23,000 people attend both AA and A games yesterday, and I think that was a great opening day.
It's very exciting for both girls basketball and for girls sports in general.
All right, I think Randy Shaver is setting up for an interview. Let's go down to Randy.
All right, thanks very much, Tom. Winning coach, Lake City, Sean Sweeney. Boy, what a happy moment. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. We're really happy to be in the finals. We were playing without one of our aces, hurt her knee yesterday, and the kids on the bench really did a super job of execution, and I'm really proud of them.
I'll tell you what, Sean, you loosened your tie up in the third quarter. You look nervous, but I'll tell you, your team really played poised.
Great composure out of our girls. That's me. I got to loosen up, so I'm relaxed on the bench. I had to shed a few things.
Shannon Springer, I thought she was the key.
Outstanding athlete, really did the job. She knew that Beth wasn't going to be in there with her before the ball game. She knew she had to carry us. Just a super performance.
Any preference on who you want to play?
It doesn't matter. We're happy to be here, and we're going to give them 32 minutes of maximum effort.
All right, Sean, congratulations. Thanks very much. Final score again, 44-38. Back up to you, Tom.
Boy, how about that for an eloquent statement? We're going to give it 32 minutes of maximum effort. I like that. That's what you call a profound statement. There's the guy whose coat is on the floor and his tie is undone. He's happy he's going into the finals. Okay, that's the end of the game here in this first Class A semifinal contest. The final score is Lake City 44 and Janesville 38.